Hi everybody! It's I, Scarface1 here for the NHL playoff predictions. If you know, you know. Alright, we should probably not waste any more time. Let's get back into the matchups. Yes. The series where Minnesota always loses even if it isn't on the stat sheet. The Dallas Stars, as you know, are really good. And just like last year, probably would have won the Central if it weren't for a certain team in division having a President's Trophy-esque season. An argument I honestly cannot make for the Wild despite the fact that they themselves also have had a strong season. And if I'm going to be completely honest, this series feels cut and dry for me. Dallas looks far better, and quite frankly, this does seem like a year they at least make the finals, whereas the Wild, well, I mean, they did trade for Quinn Hughes. They do have Joel Eriksson-Ek and that big-ass contract they gave to Kirill Kaprizov. I mean, they'll put up a fight for sure, but Stars in 5. I am thoroughly disappointed by the existence of this matchup. Not because the Knights and Mammoths didn't deserve to be here. Quite the opposite, really. It's just because I was kinda sorta hoping Utah would lose and slip to the second wildcard spot in play. Well, you know who, and validate my concerns. In any case, Utah is a good underdog candidate, and it can very realistically see this series going all 7 games. However, I still think Vegas takes that next step. They just look, feel, and play like the better team. The Honda Center memes are back, baby! But in all seriousness, this is a matchup I did not see coming at all. Oilers being back here makes sense. Anaheim, on the other hand, they are making their first appearance since 2018, and that's something quite interesting. However, if I remember correctly, the Ducks were a little bit of a slump before the playoffs. No idea if that affects anything. That being said, however, Edmonton in 6. It might not be LA, but it is close enough. And maybe the Honda Center memes finally go back to rest. Oh dear, this is going to be fun. Avalanche playing a team in the first round with low expectations and nothing to lose. Where have I seen that before? Oh, that series. I'm going to take this series with a massive grain of salt and say Avs in 6. Though there's a very, probably higher chance the Avs just straight up shit the bed like the Bruins a few years ago. We all remember how that went. I don't like that. I really don't. A rematch of the second COVID Cup, where for some reason Montreal was playing in the Western Conference. It was strange then. But ever since that time, we as a civilization collectively gained at least 10 pounds. Those teams have had their own separate journeys to this long-awaited rematch. Tampa needs no introduction. Still playing strong and still going for the dynasty label. Montreal looking to open up a brand new window after last year's learning experience season. And these two storylines are going to clash in what I believe is going to be a series I am most hyped for. Totes not biased, but Habs in 7. We're back, bitches. Yes, the Battle of Pennsylvania. Just like in baseball, these two teams can technically meet in the playoffs before the championship series. And of course, we get a brand new addition to a classic heated rivalry that hasn't had a playoff version since 2018. Admittedly, in the playoffs, this matchup has been rather one-sided recently. However, the Penguins have not won a playoff series, ironically, since they last met the Flyers. Flyers have not made the playoffs since the COVID season, but they were pretty good. However, I'm not entirely sure who wins this series, so I'm going to bullshit and answer and say Flyers in 6. If you wish to complain about this, feel free to tell me in the comments. Boston and... wait a second. Buffalo? Huh? Well then. Welcome back to the playoff, Sabres. It's been a little bit since that happened. 2011 to be precise. We didn't even get GTA 5 yet. And of course, Buffalo gets to face a challenge. The Boston Bruins have historically dominated the Sabres, at least in the playoffs. However, this playoff rivalry gave us one of the greatest calls in the history of the game. Yes, I am still sad Rick Jeanneret isn't with us anymore. But this is the ultimate chance for revenge. 15 years in the making. Buffalo in 7. This is going to be a fun matchup. And yes, I am saying that because I don't like the Bruins. I will admit I am a tad bit disappointed with this matchup as well. Again, not because these teams didn't deserve to be here, but because of the seeding. Instead of Hurricanes Bruins and Sennators Sabres, which are the matchups I would have personally preferred, we get the previous matchup in this one, Senators and Hurricanes. A matchup that probably has extremely low expectations for Ottawa. That being said, the chances of a massive upset are very much so possible, but I'm still going to go for Canes in 6 here. I will admit this year there are some very intriguing matchups, as well as some that I am quite frankly not interested in, as you can very clearly tell. But yeah, honestly, none of this shit matters. I just know the Dallas Stars are going to win the Stanley Cup this year because that is our punishment for trading Mikko Rantanen. Prove me wrong, hockey world. I know you won't. Alright, anyways, don't subscribe, don't watch any more of my videos, get the hell out. There's literally a lot more content on YouTube that would be much better for you, so yeah.